It is December 22nd, 2015, about noon. Um, had a dream. At first, I just didn't think it was prophetic. At first, I didn't think nothing of it. But then, I was remembering it. It was standing in my head and felt more prophetic and stuff. It's about war, you know what I mean? Martial law and all that stuff. What happened in my dream was I was at like a house hanging with people, and it's like we were ready for someone to come ish. You know, I didn't know if it was for home invasion or military, but everyone was like kind of prepped, but still staying in different rooms, and they all just had like militia their own personal stuff, and people showed up. I got the vibe they weren't necessarily like dressed up like military. For some reason, it's like we were expecting both, like either military type people coming or just straight up looters, and they came and they busted in and wrestled them up, and I killed them. I remember I killed like two, like fought over their weapons because I had crummier weapons. They were a little younger, but they were speaking Russian. I had like a Russian accent and stuff. And then people started hunkering down. I guess everyone got hit, but people were hunkering down, and there was like airstrikes, and most people were rooting for them because they tended to be in spaces where they thought these kind of guerrilla style invaders were hunkering in or camping out at. But that was the thing about it, is you could not tell. Like there was so much chaos that everyone just started watching out for looters or military, but I never saw any formal military. Only types of people were like the guys who came in were speaking Russian. I couldn't understand what they were saying, but they looked like regular dudes. They're just dressed up. They're not wearing the military gear or nothing. It seemed like regular dudes who had uh, guns that they purchased, through gun shows and stuff, not necessarily like issued weapons and stuff and gear. There was definitely stuff getting dropped from aircraft. You couldn't tell what they were. Couldn't see them, couldn't hear them. Just stuff was blowing up. But that was the odd thing about it, is, yeah, that was the visuals I got. And when I woke up, as I was trying to wake up, I was seeing like maps of these green lines, these like spider web green lines that were like trenches where people would always be ambushed in these trenches because they were the like transportation lines, convoy lines, or whatever for stuff. And everybody, it became like martial law, and like everybody was in the military. Like everyone's officially whatever. You're in the military. To exist, you're in the military. And they still had branches and stuff, and people could go to branches, but people who normally wouldn't join, people who wouldn't be able to join, basically are like picking a branch and fighting, because no matter where you are, you're either going to get looted or attacked by other forces, and it's really hard to tell who's who. So basically, people just join the freaking military to keep it simple, and there's just a lot of like body counts and everything. And the odd thing about it was like I saw these green trenches, and then I saw like zoom out, go over to like the presidents, and they'd have their little fortresses. But that's the thing, is like it was so complete, and communication would be taken out, that you join the military. And in all honesty, these people who are in charge, it's all in faith. Like nobody's questioning them. People are just worried about their day to day lives, and they're safe. They don't worry about this crap. They're not part of this struggle that everyone is, and everyone's just in the military, and smart, and they don't realize that like we're just fighting a fight. Everyone's just fighting each other like over stuff, and that's what the military. This blind faith is. It was kind of like a wolf in sheep's clothing, Like these airstrikes just started happening, but they were just blowing up empty houses to make you feel like, oh, it's an invasion. But it was so grassroots. It's just like a handful of people here and there brought in to try to big boy stuff, and they're taking advantage that people are just scared out of their minds, and it takes a long time before 4 or 5 guys get taken out. That was enough. So what everyone thought was this international invasion that justified this hardcore airstrikes, which were done by who knows who. You can't see the jets; you just see the damage. Uh, it was done by like 4 or 5 guys in every state, different towns. You know, brought in to dress like average dudes, like M16s, just running through, getting the green light to steal shit from people. And that was enough to change the fucking country and the world. Um, you know, I remember going to a gas station, and everybody's on edge and everyone's sketched because they don't know what's going on. There's no communication, and there's explosions. So it's basically almost like Fallout or something. But I got no vibe of an actual nuclear war and actual fallout. I got the vibe like it started like that. Like they just sent in little little sprinkles of just young average soldiers with shit. But they weren't attacking any type of military at all. They were just going right into neighborhoods uh, and being looters. And because there were some genuine explosions, it happened. And the bad looters did happen. Just everybody, once security was rocked, that widespread, that was it. It people felt like this is the reaction that had to be taken. They didn't, like it was crazy. It was really crazy. There's no real war. There was no real warrant for the reaction, but of course that's what everyone went with, and everyone's cool with it because of that. The only thing is like once everyone thinks they're in the military, there's total control and total faith from the powers that be. They can just tell people to do stuff, and everyone's just assuming it's to fight a war that actually doesn't need to exist. And it happened across the world, on all sides. That's how it went down. No nuclear bomb, no political stuff. Just out of nowhere, people come in to big boy your shit. Anyways, I hope it don't happen. That was a dream I've had. Hopefully, I'm just influenced by all the spooky shit out there. But it was odd the way this stuff was presented to me, and the way it felt like it went down in my heart and in my mind's eye was definitely a little more unique and intense than a dream. The initial dream was regular. I thought blasé. Because I dream and I study them and I kind of try to remember them as I wake up. As I was waking up, that's when it really was like a rush and intense, and made me decide to make a little video. The end.